Alright, hello. Today's video journal, day 117. Today was pretty good. I had some breakfast with my dad. There's this local breakfast place called the Big Biscuit, and they serve really good breakfast. And I had a scramble with eggs, potatoes, cheese, and then it had like this steak in it. It was really good. Anyways, I was writing in my journal. Sorry, let me take that back a little bit. So, as I've been writing in my journal, I've noticed that a word that keeps popping up, a term that keeps popping up, is the term inner child. And I'm sure a lot of you are not surprised by that. I mean, the background says it all. I mean, I know I've matured, and I push myself. I make sure that I really try to make sure that I am maturing and growing and learning in certain areas. But I've noticed that I have kept a lot of things from my childhood. Was one of the huge things. I'm keeping it so much to the point where I'm trying to make it my career right now. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber since I was a kid, and I'm on track for that. I'm doing content creation just in general, streaming YouTube. So that I've kept that dream, and I've kept my love for cars too. I had that when I was I think I started that roughly 10, 11. Pokemon, I think roughly 8. But yeah, I mean, despite the fact that I am growing, I think it's still healthy to keep certain aspects of your childhood that still bring you happiness. Because like when I'm watching YouTube videos and stuff, I'm just having some extra free time. I always like hold one of my plushies in my arms. It always feels good. Always helps bring some extra comfort. And I'm not afraid to admit that because that's just how I am. I like that sort of thing. It just helps comfort me when I need it. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think being an adult is necessarily getting rid of everything from your childhood. I think it's more of figuring out how you can provide and be a good member of society, and figuring out like things like whether or not you want kids and how are you going to provide to them when you do eventually have kids and all that sort of stuff. And I don't know, I think I'm on track of being a good adult while still keeping some things that are still while keeping some things from my childhood that I still cherish. And I don't think it's a bad thing to do that. I don't think it's a bad thing to love what you used to love. Another thing I wrote about today, I had a prompt. It talked about what is your preference between spontaneity versus what was the word it used? Spontaneity versus oh my gosh. Consistency versus spontaneity. Okay. I would say that I value consistency a little bit more. I prefer that a little bit more. I can be My schedule is quite rigid right now. It's movable. I am moving it a little bit. I'm actually planning on streaming a little bit less this week just to see how that goes and see if I prefer it that way. So I guess I'm not 100% consistency, but I mean, I've been very consistent with the video journals. I've only missed I think 2 days, and then I missed a little bit for a vacation I had because I didn't know how to like figure out a place to record it and upload it. But I don't know, I feel like I'm a decently consistent person, and I prefer that, and I think that it's a very good thing to have, especially if you want to do something like content creation, because you need to upload decently consistently. I'm not saying you need to daily. I'm probably going to at least one upload a month. I'd like to do 2 to 4. But I think that all depends on the specific Pokemon challenge I'm doing. I don't think it's something I can really... I don't think I can really control the deadline too much, because I don't want to force myself to play the game quicker than I normally would, or slower than, So I guess I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing and be as consistent as I possibly can. I do see the value in like, I think I'm decently balanced. I don't think I'm too planning oriented to the point where I'm not spontaneous at all. So I think I probably need to be a little bit more spontaneous. I stay inside a lot. I stay in my little comfort zone of being inside, and I don't do a ton of like new things on a consistent basis. But so I probably should include more spontaneity in my life. But still, I don't think I struggle with it to an intense degree. So that's a good thing. All right, well, thanks for those who are watching, and I am a conversational provider. I remembered it. Yay!